Hi scholars! Today we're going to practice our tricky words. Now remember, these words are tricky because we can't use our letter sounds to blend the sounds and sound them out. Nope, the only way to learn tricky words is to look at the word and say the word. Look at the word and say the word. That helps our brain make a connection, so when we see this word in a book or all around us in real life, we'll be able to read it. Let's get ready to practice our tricky words. To start, you're going to repeat after me. Here we go. I. That's tricky word, I. Now you say. Do. That's tricky word, do. Now you say. To. That's tricky word, to. You're doing a great job. Make sure you repeat after me, because remember, the only way to learn tricky words is to look at the word and say it. Let's try some more. Be. That's tricky word, be. Great job. Me. That's tricky word, me. Keep it up. She. That's tricky word, she. All. That's tricky word, all. Wow, I'm really impressed with your grit. Keep practicing. Let's do some more. We. That's tricky word, we. The. That's tricky word, the. He. That's tricky word, he. Are. That's tricky word, are. Was. That's tricky word, was. Now, there's one more tricky word we don't want to forget, and that's tricky word, a. Now be careful, because we know this is also a letter sound, ah. But when we see it all by itself like this, it's not a letter sound, it's a tricky word. It's tricky word, a. A, that's tricky word, a. Now you say. Wow, you're doing great. Remember, these words are tricky and they're hard. We just have to keep practicing so we can master them. Now this time, I'm going to show you a tricky word and I want you to tell me what tricky word it is. If you're not sure, just try your best and I'll be sure to tell you at the end what tricky word it was. Here we go. Tell me what tricky word this is. Use your words and tell me what tricky word this is. I. That's tricky word, I. What tricky word is this? Do. That's tricky word, do. What tricky word is this? To. That's tricky word, to. Keep it up. What tricky word is this? A. That's tricky word, a. Good job. Keep working hard. Let's do some more. Tell me, what tricky word is this? B. That's tricky word, B. What tricky word is this one? Me. That's tricky word, me. What's this? She. That's tricky word, she. All. That's tricky word, all. Great job. Only a few more. We. That's tricky word, we. The. That's tricky word, the. He. That's tricky word, he. Are. That's tricky word, are. Was. That's tricky word, was. Wow, you are really impressing me with all of your zest and grit to learn your tricky words. We're going to go through them one more time, a little bit faster now. I want you to tell me what tricky word it is. Here we go. What tricky word is this? I. Do. To. A. B. Me. She. All. We. The. He. Are. Was. You worked hard today. Remember, these words are tricky. The only way to learn them is to look at the word and say it. Look at the word and say it. Keep practicing. See you soon.